Inqilab Monjo spokesperson Sharif Osman Hadi still in critical condition at Evercare Hospital. Medical team providing treatment with utmost professionalism and sincerity. Family members of Sharif Osman Hadi met Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus. Chief Advisor assures of best possible medical care for Osman Hadi. Attack on Osman Hadi is essence attack on Bangladesh. Fugitive fascist Awami League conspiring from abroad to sabotage elections. They would be resisted, say leaders of political parties after meeting with Chief Advisor. Protests continue across country, including capital, against attack on Osman Hadi. Inqilab Monjo organizes protest rally at Shahbag. Government should unearth motive behind attack on Osman Hadi, says BNP Acting Chairman Tariq Rahman. BNP Chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia's physical condition unchanged. Treatment going on under supervision of medical board comprised of local and foreign doctors. 14 people died in the flood caused by Storm Byron in Gaza. Millions of Palestinians living in inhuman conditions. And in Dubai, Bangladesh beat Afghanistan by 3 wickets in Under-19 Asia Cup cricket tournament. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10. This is Faria Dilshadmo with you. Those were the highlights. Now let's move on to the news in details. Spokesperson of Inqilab Monjo and independent candidate for Dhaka 8 constituency Sharif Osman Hadi is still in critical condition at the capital's Evercare Hospital. A medical board has been formed with physicians from various departments for the treatment of this July warrior who is at the crossroad of life and death. The medical team is conducting his treatment with utmost professionalism and sincerity. The medical team informed that Osman Hadi's brain has been damaged seriously. Now, the situation must be managed conservatively as his operation has been completed. All other support needed to be continued after following brain protection protocol. If it becomes stable to some extent, then repeat CT scan of brain can be done. It has been requested on behalf of the medical team to pray for the recovery of Sharif Osman Hadi. Besides, cooperation was sought to keep secrecy of the patient, maintaining trust on the physicians. It has also been urged for not to disseminate wrong information. Osman Hadi was at first rushed to Dhaka Medical College Hospital after shot by miscreant at Bolton in the capital on Friday noon. Later, at the request of his family, he was shifted to Evercare Hospital in the capital. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus reassured the family members of Sharif Osman Hadi that the government will do its best to ensure the best possible medical treatment for Hadi. The Chief Advisor reaffirmed the assurance as family members of Hadi, spokesperson of Inqilab Monjo and a potential independent candidate for Dhaka 8 met him at the State Guest House Jamuna this morning. Hadi's elder brother Abu Bakr Siddiq and sister Masuma and Inqilab Monjo leaders Abdullah Al-Jaber, Fatima Tasnim Juma and Muhammad Burhanuddin were present at the meeting. Professor Yunus said that the government is taking all measures to ensure the best treatment for Osman Hadi. He said the entire nation is praying for him. Everyone is trying to ensure the best treatment for him. Considering his physical condition, if he needs to be sent abroad for treatment, the government will arrange treatment wherever necessary, he added. Law Advisor Dr. Asif Nuzrul, Environment, Forest and Climate Change Advisor Sayyada Rizwana Hassan, Industries Advisor Adilur Rahman Khan and National Security Advisor Dr. Khalilur Rahman were present at the meeting. Leaders of major political parties at a meeting with the Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus said that they are united in resisting all attempts to undermine the July uprising. They made the commitment describing the attack on Sharif Osman Hadi, spokesperson of Inqilab Moncho and a potential independent candidate for Dhaka 8, as part of a conspiracy to foil the uprising. Leaders of Bangladesh Nationalist Party, Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami and National Citizen Party took part in the meeting at the State Guest House Jamuna today. BNP Standing Committee members Salahuddin Ahmed and Major retired Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram, Jamaat-e-Islami Secretary General Mia Gholam Parwar and Assistant Secretary General Ahsanul Mahbub Jubair and NCP convener Nahid Islam and Chief Organizer for Southern Region Hasnat Abdullah, Inqilab Moncho member Secretary Abdullah Al-Jabir and Law Advisor Dr. Asif Nazrul were present at the meeting. The Chief Advisor said the attack on Osman Hadi was pre-planned and part of a deep conspiracy backed by powerful forces. The conspirators aim to prevent the election. This attack is highly symbolic. They want to demonstrate their strength and foil all preparations for the election. All of these must be confronted in a united manner, he said. Professor Yunus said that based on information received so far, it appears the conspirators have expanded their network and deployed trained shooters. The political parties have decided to hold an all-party meeting protesting the heinous attack on Osman Hadi under the initiative of Inqilab Moncho. The meeting will be held in the next few days. Leaders of BNP, Jamaat-e-Islami and NCP called for increasing communication among political parties to prevent a rift in the anti-fascist political unity. They said that the parties will take a strong stance in this regard. Besides, the political leaders also called for conducting strict drives to recover illegal weapons before the elections. BNP leader Salahuddin Ahmed put emphasis on unity among the political parties, saying, "In this situation, we must remain united and refrain from blaming each other under any circumstances." Jamaat leader Mia Gholam Parwar said political parties' recent statements have increased the tendency of blaming each other, which has given our opponents an opportunity. We must remain united as before. NCP Chief Nahid Islam said that since the July uprising, some people have been carrying out ill attempt to undermine the uprising. Campaign is being carried out against July in a well-organized manner. This is taking place across media and different tiers of the administration. The Chief Advisor said we have to think about what we can do for the future. Not only the government, everyone must remain strong, he said, adding, everyone must be careful so that conflicts do not spread among ourselves. BNP Standing Committee member Salahuddin Ahmed has described the attack on Inqilab Moncho convener Sharif Osman Hadi in fact an attack on Bangladesh. He said the incident should not be seen as an isolated one. Salahuddin Ahmed stressed that the anti-fascist national unity must be preserved at any cost and there would be no compromise on this issue. Meanwhile, National Citizen Party convener Nahid Islam said the absconding fascist Awami League has not yet stopped its activities and is conspiring from abroad to derail the country's elections. These anti-democratic forces must be resisted, he added. They made the remarks while speaking to journalists after a meeting with the Chief Advisor at the State Guest House Jamuna. The government has announced a bounty of 50 lakh taka for information leading to the arrest of those responsible for the attack on Sharif Osman Hadi. Home Affairs Advisor Lieutenant General retired Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhary made the announcement while speaking to journalists after a meeting of the Core Committee of Law Enforcement Agencies at the Secretariat today. Special Advisor to the Chief Advisor Mohammad Khoda Box Chaudhary, Senior Secretary of the Ministry of Home Affairs Nasimul Goni, and chiefs of different law enforcement agencies were present at the meeting. The Home Affairs Advisor said that Operation Devil Hunt Phase 2 will start immediately to combat fascist terrorists, recover illegal arms and control the law and order situation to ensure a peaceful atmosphere during the 30th National Parliamentary election. Referring to the return of acting BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman, the advisor said, The government has taken all necessary preparations to ensure his proper security. Earlier in the morning, the DMP commissioner told journalists at a function held at Rajarbagh that one person has been identified as the probable shooter of Inqilab Moncho spokesperson Sharif Osman Hadi. Speakers have alleged that the ousted Fascist Awami League and Indian hegemony are conspiring within the country. They made the remarks today at a protest rally at Shahbag against the shooting attack intended to kill Inqilab Moncho spokesperson Sharif Osman Hadi. Among others, the editor of Amar Desh newspaper Mahmudur Rahman and AB Party Secretary General Barrister Asaduzzaman Fuad addressed the rally. Meanwhile, BNP's Dhaka Metropolitan Unit South today strongly condemned the shooting of Inqilab Moncho spokesperson Osman Hadi at the party office in New Palton. Standing committee member Mirza Abbas said the attack on Hadi was a direct assault on democracy. He alleged that a certain party is hatching various forms of anti-state conspiracies. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus accorded a reception to the winners of the Begum Rokeya Paduk 2025, Dr. Rubhana Rakib, Nabila Idris, Kalpana Akhtar and Ritu Porna Chakma at the State Guest House, Jamuna this evening. At the outset of the event, the Begum Rokeya Paduk recipients expressed concern over the attack on Osman Hadi, one of the leaders of the July Uprising, spokesperson of Inqilab Moncho and a potential independent candidate for Dhaka 8. They urged the government to take stern action over the incident. The award winners said they had been excited about receiving the reception from the chief advisor, but the incident that occurred on Friday had left them distressed. They told the chief advisor that it is necessary to enhance the unity among political parties and the country's people for holding the election. About the attack on Hadi, Professor Yunus said the attack was carried out in a pre-planned manner. The chief advisor inquired individually about each award recipient's workplace and other engagements. Kalpana Akhtar, who got the award in women's rights category, specially thanked the chief advisor for amendments to the labor law and ratifying International Labour Organization conventions. Kalpana said that during the previous regime, she had been harassed through cases filed against her. Professor Yunus asked Kalpana Akhtar about various issues including workers' salaries and working environment and discussed the implementation of labor laws. The chief advisor inquired about the overall situation of ICDDR from researcher Dr. Rubhana Rakib. At the event, Professor Yunus presented his book Beltol Grammar Jorimon o Onunnura to the 4 award winners. The book depicts the economic struggles and lifestyle of rural women. Women and Children Affairs Advisor Sharmin S. Murshid, Principal Coordinator on SDG and Senior Secretary Lamia Murshid and Senior Secretary of the Women and Children Affairs Mumtaz Ahmed were present at the function. Former Prime Minister and BNP Chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia, who is undergoing treatment at Evercare Hospital, remains in an unchanged condition. Due to a severe infection, she is being given advanced antibiotic and antifungal treatment. A source from the medical board said that a medical team comprising both local and foreign specialist doctors is closely monitoring Begum Khaleda Zia's physical condition on a daily basis and providing treatment accordingly. As her kidney function has ceased, dialysis was initiated and she had to undergo dialysis again yesterday. BNP acting chairman Tariq Rahman said that conspiracy has not yet stopped. It can be stopped only when democracy is established. He called upon all to work unitedly to save the country from destruction. The BNP top leader said this while speaking as chief guest at the 7th-day program titled BNP's Plan to Build the Country at Krishibid Institution Auditorium in the capital today. Joining virtually at the event, Tariq Rahman called for unearthing any possible ill motive behind the miscreant attack on Inqilab Moncho spokesperson Sharif Osman Hadi. Highlighting the plan to build the country, he mentioned that if goes to power, BNP will take measures to send abroad trained manpower. December 14, Martyred Intellectual Day tomorrow. The nation will observe the day commemorating one of the most brutal and calculated crimes in the history of Bangladesh. The day recalls the systematic abduction, torture and murder of the country's finest minds of 14 December 1971. On that grim day, doctors, professors, writers, engineers, journalists and artists were dragged from their homes, blindfolded and taken to torture cells. The perpetrators clearly understood that a nation's true strength lies not only in its land or weapons, but in its thinkers. In a final act of cruelty, just days before Bangladesh's liberation, they attempt to destroy the country's intellectual backbone. The victims were subjected to unimaginable physical and mental torture, beaten, starved, and interrogated before being brutally executed. Their mutilated bodies, later found in mass graves, bore silent testimony to the savagery inflicted upon them. The day will be observed through various national programs. In the morning, Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus will pay homage to the martyred intellectuals by placing floral wreaths at the memorial for martyred intellectuals in Mirpur. Family members of the martyred intellectuals and valiant freedom fighters will also place wreaths at the Mirpur Memorial and at the Raya Bazar mass grave. Thousands of mass people, along with political, social and cultural organizations, are expected to pay their respects at Mirpur as well. Meanwhile, on the eve of the day, Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus paid rich tributes to the martyred intellectuals in a message. In his message, the Chief Advisor said, Martyred Intellectuals Day is an occasion of profound sorrow and disgrace in the history of Bangladesh. In the final days of the Great Liberation War, when defeat was inevitable, the Pakistani occupation forces and their local collaborators brutally killed the country's intellectuals in an attempt to cripple Bangladesh intellectually, but ultimately failed, he said. Professor Yunus said the martyred intellectuals were frontline warriors in the country's struggle of ideas against the oppressive Pakistani regime. He added that the present interim government formed through the July uprising has embarked on building a just and equitable new Bangladesh with the support of the entire nation. Now moving on to international news.